as a union leader, you know, you don't have that many opportunities to clearly and unequivocally state your priorities. But if you think about who the American Federation of Teachers has always been, it's been a union that very much stands at the vortex between two social and economic justice movements. Since we're now talking about movements, warriors, and knighthoods. And one of them is public education, and the other is the labor movement. And what do they have in common? It is the equalizer, the opportunity agent. Public education, the opportunity agent for kids to not only dream their dreams, but achieve them. The labor movement, the opportunity agent for working folk and to become part of the middle class. And so if you actually teach, as I did, and if you had the honor of representing teachers and others, as I have done, and you actually work with communities, as we had done in New York, you realize that we have to do more than simply instruct children for 7 hours a day. And as Steny Hoyer said, and as Prime Minister Blair said, the community school, the school can be the hub of the community. So if you know you need, or kids need, particularly poor kids, whether they're rural or urban, need resources to level the playing field for themselves. Not to make it an excuse for teachers, but how we embolden and empower kids. And you know that schools ought to be the center of communities. And you know that that is part of the promise of what you need to do if you believe in social and economic justice. It became a no-brainer. And so that's why I thought if I could use my first speech as national president, when everybody was looking, to talk about community schools and co-locating services, as both Prime Minister Blair, Arne Duncan, and Steny talked about, and use that as a liftoff point, that would be a good thing. And given that for the last 8 years in the Bush administration, they never talked about this. It was always only about measurements and, you know, to some extent charter schools. We wanted to bring back, how do you create a level playing field, particularly for poor kids?